A few years ago, Reuben Reuel walked into a fabric store, hardly expecting it to change the course of his career. Now, that fabric is at the center of his line, Domestic by Reuben Reuel.
And I saw stacks of Ankara African print fabric, and I fell in love with it. And I asked myself, why is no one using this in a more modern way? Why is it only seen in Africa in a very traditional way? So I took that idea of pairing modern and tradition and making something that was very interesting and fun. Color has always been a part of my life, although I'm wearing black today. It's something that I really enjoy. It makes people happy. It makes me happy to work with the fabric, and I just love working with it.
It's a line that started its development early, watching the way his grandmother and other female relatives dressed growing up in Virginia.
My major source of inspiration comes from my grandmother. She was a seamstress when I was a kid, and she always dressed up on Sunday mornings. She always wore colors and prints and different hats and matched her shoes with her dress.
The first dress he designed was named after his grandmother, called the Minnie Bell dress.
As a kid, I would pick on my sister's clothes all the time. It was a really interesting thing, but they trusted me in my ideas of what style was, and I think that's what gave me the confidence to even be a designer, is having someone to trust the process that I saw and the vision that I saw for fashion.
It's a vision that centers on brightly colored, generally African-style prints.
Did that on purpose. I wanted people to see the fabric and see the designs and automatically know that that was domestic. I saw there was a void in the market where a lot of designers were using just solid colors or just black or white, and I wanted to do something that was very fun and kind of reintroduce color back into the market.
To launch, he moved to New York and started his business out of his apartment in Brooklyn.
When I went to high school, I had the opportunity to go to a vocational school, and I studied fashion design there, and that's when I knew that I wanted to be a fashion designer. I just love the energy of fashion, the business of fashion, and how it made people feel. We make everything made to order, so everything is made here in St. Louis by myself, and also I have a full-time seamstress. When I first started, I was doing everything on my own. I was cutting, I was sewing, I was packing, I was shipping, I was talking to customers, I was getting fabric, going to the fabric stores and lugging things back to my apartment, and my hands are always touching something that leaves this office that goes to a customer, which has another feeling that my customers receive. They have that one-on-one touch with the designer, whereas most companies, they don't have that anymore. And it got to the point where I was kind of over New York and wanted to find a new space to create. So I applied for the St. Louis Fashion Incubator. Luckily got in. There are really great, talented people here in St. Louis. Also, the other 5 designers that work out of this incubator, very talented individuals that we become family, and it's been great to have that, I guess, support system on a designer and artist.
So, why design only women's clothes?
I decided to design women's clothing because I just love how they can wear almost anything versus men. We're very not so elaborate with what we can do, but women's wear has the opportunity for me to design things that are just out of the box and just very chic and very feminine. Because I offer dresses from sizes extra small to 3X, I have to make a silhouette that has that range, and it's very easy to do that. I entered the market with, the extra small to 3X size range because I didn't want to leave anybody out. I have a lot of women in Virginia who always told me, if I made it in the fashion industry, make sure you make real clothes for real women.
His specialty has caught the attention of several well-known actresses and celebrities, including Beyonce.
She posted herself wearing this outfit that's on the wall, and I literally was driving at the time. My friends were showing me the pictures while we were in the car. I was screaming and crying, pulled over, started screaming and crying some more. And it was just a moment of disbelief, and definitely validated the brand and validated me as a designer.